Hey guys, it's Zach. Now, if the Pokemon announcement last week didn't have enough surprises for you or confirmation leaks, as most people saw it, then they brought you Pokemon Quest. But how does it play? Today, I'm going to take a look at it. Now, first off, this is for the Nintendo Switch, and it is coming to mobile soon, but it came to Switch first. And the first thing I want to say is definitely by the buttons and the gameplay, when we get in there, you can tell it's for mobile first. Now, Nintendo calls it a free to start, but I really disagree with that because there's really no barrier that involves money that you have to jump over eventually. Now, there is a shop where you can buy items and buy more tickets and speed up the gameplay, but so far I haven't had to put any money into it. Now, when it comes to the looks, I'd have to say I love the colors and I love the cuteness of the block Pokemon. As you can see, you can also get some shiny Pokemon. I have a shiny Shelter and a shiny Paris, but though that Paris is really hard to see, I actually didn't even notice until I got the quest for having a shiny Pokemon. As you can see up top, you have energy, and every time you do a level, you use an energy. You regain them about once every 20 minutes. So that's where I see where the mobile aspect comes in. They know that you're not going to be playing this constantly if you're on a phone, and they give you a cooldown, and if you do want to play, you can always buy more energy. So, first off, the one thing I'd like to mention is that there's only Kanto Pokemon. And I honestly like this. This leaves room for expansion islands in the game where you can get different Pokemon, maybe even sequels, maybe a sequel where you can get Gen 2 Pokemon, or add-on content where you can get different generation Pokemon. Not to mention, I think having all of those Pokemon in one game would be a bit overwhelming at first, especially for a game like this where you're collecting multiples of same Pokemon, and the Pokemon getting them through the pots and the stews are random. So I like playing with the screen, but when you take the Joy-Cons off, it actually keeps the Joy-Cons powered on, and it keeps the Joy-Cons active. It's not one of those things where you can just remove the Joy-Cons and play with just the screen. So usually when I play, I'm playing with the Joy-Cons, but I do actually like playing using the touchscreen. And I think that has to say that when this comes to mobile, it is going to feel really nice to play on a mobile device. I kind of dislike the music, especially when it's on the TV. But when playing on the TV, it feels weird to play a game with no sound. It's not really something I'm used to. So when I'm playing on the TV, it's weird to not have a sound, but the sound gets repetitive, and especially on the TV, it's kind of loud and a little bit obnoxious. There are bonuses you have to pay attention to when playing. Let's go start a round. We're on the overworld map now, and as you can see, I'm on area 6. Each area has a different type where there's different bonuses. This one, for example, the bonus is fighting. So the more fighting Pokemon you have in your party, the more of a bonus you'll get, and that could help you get enough bonus points to have a high enough level to beat the boss. Now, each time you beat a level, you get 1 point towards your stew that you're creating. As you can see, this one needs 4 waves. So I'm able to get this in 1 battery charge. Some of them take 6. I haven't seen any higher than 6. But you need to start a stew and then do some levels. If you don't have a stew on while you're doing levels, yes, you can collect berries, yes, you can collect chips, but it really doesn't benefit you as a player. So, as you can see, I have enough points, but I don't know if I have the right type of Pokemon to beat this. I've been having some difficulty with this level. So, when you play, as you can see, you can switch between each Pokemon and use their different abilities. Each Pokemon, no matter if it's the same Pokemon, will have different moves and different abilities. You can also add chips that you earn throughout the game to increase your Pokemon's health and your Pokemon's attack. These are all things that you need to be customizing constantly to benefit your Pokemon and use the different types of Pokemon to the best of their abilities. Now, one thing I would have to say is the gameplay is not that hands-on. You can totally, as long as your Pokemon have enough power, you can hit on the auto mode, doesn't let you press any buttons, and you can just let the game play by itself. As you can see, I was just earning berries. What I like to do is I like to flee in between waves, and that will make your Pokemon run away from the wild Pokemon. It'll slow down the time it takes you to encounter those other waves of wild Pokemon, and actually will give your Pokemon a little bit more time to heal. So if you're having a little problems with matches, that's what I do. I like to flee. I'm going to take out this Pharaoh, and I'll show you what I mean. So I took away this Pharaoh, and they're running to the next wave, and I'm going to hit the flee button, and that will give you a couple extra seconds to heal up. Now this Pidgeot has been wiping my team, so I'm going to flee one more time. Give me a little more time to heal. And use my Pikachu. Now, Pokemon have status moves, and they have attack moves. They have buff moves that will help your team. They have status moves that will slow down or poison the other enemy Pokemon. So, looking into each Pokemon and each Pokemon's moves is a different part of the strategy. Something you really want to take in mind, you can play this game super casual, or you can play this game pretty deeply. So as you can see, most of my Pokemon leveled up. Paris, I actually had to look on my Data Dex app to see which level it levels up and evolves, because I have not used a Paris in a while. It's actually 24. The flee button, like I said, the flee button is a good strategy that I use in between heals. So when it comes to the recipes, I know that Austin John Play has a great recipe guide. And to get extra information on when a Pokemon evolves, I use Data Dex. I have a video on that if you would like to watch. I'll have a link in the description. But other than that, Pokemon that evolve by like Stone or Trade all evolves at level 36. I hope to see crossplay between the Switch version and mobile, because in all honesty, if I have to start again on mobile, it might not be something I'm interested in. So let me know, what do you think? Is this a game that you want to play on the Switch? Is this a game that you're going to wait until it comes out on mobile? Do you not like the style of free-to-play and paying for a little bit of extras? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, this is Pokemon Quest. I'm Zach. Thanks for watching.